Hi, I'm Ali Ilott and I run a company called Heritage Estate Planning, and we help people make their wills, lasting power of attorney, trusts, funeral plans and probate. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about lasting power of attorney because number one, there isn't that much information out there, and number two, the information that people think they know about lasting power of attorney quite often isn't accurate. So I just wanted to clear up a few things so that everybody is aware of why a lasting power of attorney is important and can make a decision based on their situation as to whether or not they think they need one personally. So first of all, a lasting power of attorney document is available to anyone over the age of 18. And there are two types of lasting power of attorney document, one that deals with financial decisions and one that deals with more personal matters, so health and welfare decisions and receiving care and treatment. So they're two quite distinct, distinctly different documents. So what is a power of attorney? A power of attorney is a way of you nominating a person or people that you trust to make decisions for you if you are unable to make decisions yourself. So usually that means that you've lost mental capacity, either temporarily or you've got a permanent loss of mental capacity and you are no longer able to either manage your financial affairs or make decisions about your own care, treatment and health. So it's really important, if you're looking at lasting power of attorney, that you choose the people that you absolutely trust to make those decisions. And because property and financial affairs and health and welfare are quite different from each other, you might want to consider appointing different attorneys on each document. You might not. It might be the same, but it could be, because the decisions are quite different, it could be that you want some different people on each document. Okay, so the first thing to talk about is married couples. So I hear this an awful lot. I speak to people who are married and I talk to them about lasting power of attorney, and quite often I hear, well, I'm married, so as long as one of us has got mental capacity, it will be fine, right? Because everything's joint. Our mortgage is joint, our home is owned jointly, our bank accounts are joint, so everything will be fine. Well, that's absolutely not the case. So a lasting power of attorney document, remember, is a document that's valid during your lifetime, whereas a will that we've been talking about up to now is valid only when you die. So there's a lot more protection in place for a married couple on death. So if you have a joint account, for example, with the bank, then it would just be transferred to the surviving person, absolutely. But during lifetime, if one of the spouses loses mental capacity, that just doesn't happen. So if we look at finance to start with, because that's quite tangible, isn't it? We all have to pay bills and manage money and deal with companies about direct debits and things like that. If you have a joint bank account and your spouse loses mental capacity, that bank account will freeze. So imagine the impact that could have on being able to do the food shopping, for example, or pay bills or pay your mortgage or whatever it is. If your bank account was suddenly to freeze and that was the only account that you have, what would you do? So that is the reality. So some people have their own accounts and they've got their own sort of income coming in, and that is really helpful in this situation, actually, rather than having everything joint if you don't have a power of attorney. But you can see the real impact it could have on your life. So what are your options? So if that's the case, you don't have a power of attorney and suddenly your spouse doesn't have mental capacity, there's been an accident or something, the option you have is to apply to be a deputy, which is a representative of that person, a deputy through the Court of Protection. Now, you can imagine anything through the court is going to be A, costly, and B, very lengthy. So quite often that these things can take 6 months and upwards, and quite often it can cost thousands of pounds to get in place. So I really just wanted to come on today to talk to you about that. I'm going to do another video around lasting power of attorney for health, because that is quite different from financial decisions and quite different. It's quite a different impact that it would have on you and your family. So I'll deal with that one separately. But if you are in a situation where you are over the age of 18 and have bank accounts, have income, or have a mortgage, then I would really encourage you to talk to somebody about why it could be important for you to have a lasting power of attorney. I know I've said it before, but none of us have a crystal ball. We don't know what the future holds. And it's just important that you're aware of all the facts, and then you can make an informed decision about what's right for you. If you have any questions, I'll put all of my contact details in the comments. I'm absolutely happy to talk to anyone. If you've got questions about your own situation, feel free to get in touch. I hope you found this useful, and I'll hopefully speak to you again soon.